And he deserves it after that 29-point performance. A victory tonight, but I'm not going to lie, Tyler. Going into that fourth quarter, they were on a 19-0 run. You were without your all-star Jimmy Butler. Bam's in foul trouble. It wasn't looking good. Yeah. How'd you turn it into a good in that fourth quarter?
Just sticking with the game plan. You know, it's a long game. You know, basketball is a game of runs. You know, it's back and forth. Without Jimmy, you know, Bam was in foul trouble. Just had to find a way. You know, we found a way, got the W. That's all that matters.
Not surprising that you had a big fourth quarter. You came up with some big shots. But how about got to give Max some love as well? Yeah. He goes out, he scores 16. He scores the first 13 of the fourth. What was so impressive about him? How good was he in that fourth?
Yeah, you know, Max, you know, he stays ready no matter what. You know, he's not in the rotation in the first half. Gets his name called and he stays ready. You know, you can't tell if he's played 10 straight or missed 10 straight. Max is always ready. He comes in, works hard every day. So, you know, happy for Max and just keep it rolling.
Tyler, I know you pride yourself, you know, we call Tyler time that fourth quarter, those clutch moments. You say you never shy away from it, but how about the second quarters of late that have gotten going for you? You did it again tonight. It's like 6 or 7 straight games. What is it that's getting you into that zone when you get in and you're having those big second quarters?
Just starring in my role. You know, my role is to come in, 6-man, and, you know, just play my game, be myself. My teammates and coaches allow me to. So, you know, I'm just sticking to myself, playing my game, and like I said, let's keep this thing rolling.
Final question, you want to roll it. There's only 12 games left of the regular season. As crazy as that is, nights like this, I know it wasn't always pretty, but what do you learn from a night like this where you kind of got to grind through, Jimmy out, these things that were kind of against you, but you find a way?
Yeah, you know, there's a couple things we're working on, you know, before the playoffs start, and, you know, tonight, you know, helped us work on, you know, those certain things. We'll continue to get better every single day. You know, even games like this where it doesn't look this pretty, doesn't look cute, but, you know, we get it done, and that's all that matters.
Looks good in the standings, that's for sure. Congrats on the win. We'll see you Friday night. And here with Max Strus, who had that big fourth quarter. Max, I want to start with the feeling of when you get on a run like that. Those are rare, when you know, especially in a fourth quarter where you get those opportunities and they're falling. What's it like in a game like this? Your team needs you, and you come through the way you did in that fourth.
It's as simple as whatever it takes to win. Keep it that simple, but when the shots are falling like that, the team knows and Bam knows to keep looking for me, keep setting good screens for me, and luckily, you know, we got a great point guard in Kyle, and you know, guy Tyler, who's just going to keep feeding me. So just want to do whatever I could to help us get us this win and get back on track.
I asked you this the other day. Last we talked because you were coming off a game where you hadn't scored much, and then you had a big game. But within a game where you're not even playing much, and you're asked in the fourth, okay, Max, you're in, go help us win a game. I know the mentality sounds simple enough as just shoot and get it done, but it can't be that easy. I mean, how is the mentality going in knowing, hey, my team needs me, I got to make these shots no matter how much I've played tonight?
Yeah, no, that hasn't been the first time, and it probably won't be the last. So you just got to prepare yourself for these moments, and it's more mental more than anything, just to stay locked in and stay with the game, and you just never know when your name's going to get called. So whenever that happens, you got to be ready for your opportunity and just take advantage of it.
I'm curious, how much does the confidence that Spo shows in you kind of play into that? You know, he kind of senses, okay, we need a spark. He looks to you, and he trusts that you can be that guy.
Yeah, I mean, we had guys go down. I mean, Jimmy went down at halftime, so, you know, I kind of saw that as one man goes down, you know, we don't want to lose him, but somebody else has to step up and play. So I knew there was a chance my name would get called, and I was just ready for that. And like I said, just wanted to provide that spark and help us get this win.
I asked Tyler this on the court, and I'll ask you the same. These little kind of moments within the game and down the stretch. There's only 12 games left in the regular season after tonight. It's crazy. The playoffs are almost here. What do you learn about yourself, even through a long season where you guys are a top seed in the East? You know you're a good team. But what do these kind of things teach you on a night like you referenced? Jimmy's out after halftime. Bam was in foul trouble. And you needed guys to step up to get the win.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have to deal with that. But you know, it's just next man up. We've been doing it all year. You know, tonight was probably the ugliest game we've played all year for the first 3 quarters, and we just got to stick with it. And, you know, we have a really talented roster, and any guy can step up each night, and we just got to be prepared for those moments. And, you know, when that guy's going, we got to keep feeding him.
Ugly wins are fun, though. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Exactly. Max, appreciate the time. Congrats tonight. We'll see you Friday night.
I don't know where to start. I guess we'll start with Jimmy. Is there an update, or where does that stand, please?
You know, I tweaked his ankle. You know, we'll see how he feels tomorrow.
I'm sure it wasn't the plan to tell Max, take the first 32 minutes off and then
definitely not
save it for us. What's that like to see what he did?
Yeah, I mean, he's ignitable for sure. And to the average fan out there, that is not easy to do what he did or what Gabe did tonight, where you don't play in the first half and then all of a sudden, you know, your number gets called, but that's what makes them, who they are. They constantly prepare. They stay mentally engaged. They breathe life constantly into their teammates. And I think when you're really celebrating other people's success and pouring into the team, with purity, and you keep yourself ready. And I just think it helps when your number is called, and especially in these unpredictable circumstances. And that's what happens in this league. It happens on every team all season long. Things change, injuries happen, guys go out, foul trouble, whatever. Are you mentally engaged and ready, for that opportunity? And both those guys were. And Max was just tremendous. On both ends of the court. He was physical on the defensive side, took a great charge, but he was there on the glass. He was also just putting bodies on guys when we were switching. And then, the ignitability part of it is just really unique. He hits 2, he feels like he hit 10. And then everybody was looking for him, and he just made some really nice plays offensively.
With Tyler, we've talked about it a lot this season, but his second quarter, how much did his shot creation, his scoring kind of lift the offense there?
Yeah, it was really important, even there at the end. They flattened us out, which, every team can do that. You get down to at the end of games, the last 4 or 5 minutes of close games, it really becomes dependent on your guys to be able to make plays, and Tyler can create things out of nothing. Where they flatten you out, and you just have to have somebody that can create a shot and get a high quality, efficient looking shot. And Tyler can do that at all 3 levels, and he did it. In the final stretch, he got a layup, he got a pull up jumper, and he got a 3. And some free throws. So he basically did it at all 4 levels. And that's what makes him really unique and special.
With those free throws, his free throw rate has been spiking over the last month or 2 months. Is there anything you can attribute to what?
Yeah, it's a lot of different factors. It's, reading the defenses better. It was the summer of work, in the weight room. To be able to handle a little bit more contact. It's his skill level also, to be able to get to where he wants to go. And a lot of times if you can get to spots, the defense, if they're out of position, will foul. And I think his skill level is putting him in those positions more. He has a better confidence and feel for when to do that as well. And all of that is really needed. All the best players in the league, can really exploit when you're out of position, and he's doing that better and better.
And then it was a little weird tonight with Jimmy going out, and then Bam's foul trouble. But you did end up using some lineups because of Vic and Keith's return that haven't played together this year.
Yeah,
it's kind of late in the year to be doing that under normal circumstances, but is that just kind of the
I feel like
right
this
now?
is our normal.
Yeah.
And I think the more that we can embrace that and not just, anticipate that everybody will always be available, I think that is an amazing quality of this team. It's just to be able to have different guys step up, not make excuses, not feel sorry for ourselves, not get caught up in frustration and things you can't control, and just focus on playing winning basketball. And we've had to do that all season long, different guys stepping up, different rotations. I've had a lot of different lineups where guys haven't played together, but they're prepared, they're ready, and they understand how we're trying to play, and that's the most important thing.
Erik, the small, subtle steps taken by Vic and Markieff, your thoughts as they continue to move in?
Yeah, that's just the most important thing, is just continue to get out there and, get in a better feel, a better rhythm of how to contribute and how to help us, play winning basketball. And those minutes are really important. They both had really good moments. I thought Markieff really played important minutes. When Bam got out, and he's a facsimile of how we play with Bam. There's like a confidence and kind of a stability, knowing that we can play the same game. I mean, Bam had to come out of the third quarter so fast, but we settled in, pretty quickly with Keefe because it's a similar game, and that's really a credit to all the work he's put in, behind the scenes. His conditioning is there. It's not the same as live 5-on-5, but he's able to play 15 to 18 to 20 minutes, pretty hard. And he's doing it on both ends. So I'm really encouraged by that.
With Kyle, I know it's not just about his shooting, but lately there have been a bunch of kind of low shot totals, I guess. What do you think he's seeing out there that maybe has led to those type of performances where he doesn't feel a need to take 5, 10, 12?
Yeah, and that's part of his genius. He can feel the tenor of a team, and what's needed, and he can adjust and adapt game to game. I mean, that's incredible. To be able to try to get guys involved, try to get other people comfortable. Wouldn't we all be better if we just constantly thought like that? How do you make other people feel like they can be their best version? But he also has proven over the course of his decorated career that, when you really need him just to be more assertive and be more aggressive and shoot more, he will. But it's not something where he's, predetermining that coming into a game. It's based on, a lot of different factors.
You mentioned Markieff plugging into the Bam role. You went to the PJ Markieff combo there that produced really good minutes. Just what do you think of that type of combo, the spacing and the versatility defensively?
I'm interested in it for sure. No, I am. It felt like there was space, there's toughness. The skill set that Markieff brings is really fits this group. It's not like we're reinventing, who he's been. This has been who he's been his entire career. He had to get to it a little bit quicker, but something, that we've talked about as a staff, and I'm glad that actually we were pushed into that, immediately into the third quarter. There were a lot of positives with that unit.
We'll go one via Zoom to Donovan Campbell.
Hey, Coach Spo, how you doing?
Good.
You guys take a lot of pride in drawing fouls. You guys have 101 drawn fouls on the season. The second team, you got them beat by at least 50. Just the pride you guys take in drawing fouls on,
Yeah, the taking the charge, and I talked about it yesterday after practice. It's really a lot of different factors. You have to have the IQ and anticipation on the weak side to be able to see plays before they happen, because those are bang bang plays, and if you're late on it, it's going to be a block. And then you have to have the willingness and the toughness and the unselfishness to sacrifice your body for the team. We have a roster full of guys that want to make those kind of plays, defensively, for the next guy. Max took a really physical charge. Same thing with Kyle does it every single game. But, we have a lot of guys that just step in there and take hits, and they want to take those hits.
I guess I'll say who I'm addressing it to. First, Bam, sometimes a player can go through an uneven night, but at the moment of truth say, everything that happened to this point doesn't matter, it's about the moment. And you seem to do that in the fourth quarter. How important was it to you, forget the first 36 minutes, the 4 fouls, to make it right at the finish?
I feel like the fourth quarter is what really matters. I do not want to, let's not get this twisted, I do not want that to happen every game. I gotta play like that. But yeah, stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. We preach that to each other all the time. And, you know, my teammates was giving me a ball in the fourth. I was making plays, getting fouled, getting to the line, making free throws.
It's the Tyler or Bam, whichever one wants to answer. But what does it say about the depth of this team that you could have a guy like Max who doesn't score through the first 3 quarters, barely plays, and then scores 16 in the fourth?
You know, Max always stays ready. You know, whether he plays 10 straight games or like you've seen tonight, you know, he wasn't in the rotation in the first half, and he stays ready. He doesn't let it bother him, and that's just, you know, a testament to his hard work. You know, he works hard at, you know, every single day, comes in no matter what his playing time looks like, and like Bam said, he stays ready. You know, that's our motto: next man up. Everyone stays ready, and you know, I'm happy for Max.
Tyler, what the heck did they put in your sports drink after the first quarter that every second quarter now for 8 straight games you've gotten at least 12 points? What is it when the 1 changes to a 2 on the quarters that it just has been happening now for over 2 weeks?
There's some juice that, you know, we can't tell you, you know, about that I drink. So just make sure, you know, you look for the drink that I'm drinking at the end of the first quarter. You'll see it. It's my special drink. Yeah.
And just the fact of the play, is it just a matter of, like, you realize that the second quarter's jolt time, let the veterans and the starters get their little bit of rest? I mean, what turns, like, almost on a dime every single game?
I mean, you know, the second quarter, you know, I have a little time where it's, you know, it's just, you know, my unit on the court, and I'm able to make plays, and, you know, the ball's in my hand a lot, you know, and then once Bam and, you know, Jimmy and Kyle get back in the game, it's a little bit different, but, I mean, we have a bunch of guys on the team that can contribute in different ways. So, you know, the way the rotation works, you know, it works for everybody.
Tyler, you always talk about embracing contact and trying to get to the line. In the second quarter, when things were kind of struggling offensively, it seemed like you were really looking for the foul, to draw the foul inside the lane. Was that kind of the case? Was it just a mental thing that you were going to try to get to those spots?
Just trying to be aggressive, getting to the rim, trying to put some pressure on the defense. And I was getting there, you know, pretty easy, so they had to foul me, and then was able to make some free throws.
Tyler, what do you think your comfort level is at growing-wise this year, just with, you know, Bam's been out with injuries, Jimmy's been out with injuries, Kyle's been away, and the team's had to rely a lot more upon you. What's your comfortability level growth like this year with that?
I'm real comfortable. You know, my teammates and coaches, you know, trust me, you know, with the ball. They trust me to make plays, and, you know, I'm comfortable, you know, playing on or off the ball, whatever the team needs.
We're going to go via Zoom to Donovan Campbell.
Bam or Tyler, can you talk about the team's knack for drawing charges? You guys have over 100 drawn charges on the season. The second team probably has like 50 something. That's just crazy. Just your knack of toughness for doing that as a team, drawing charges.
We sacrifice our bodies for one another at the end of the day. You know, that's how you know it means that much to us, that, you know, a lot of guys, when they take charges, get bumps, bruises, you know, knee, elbow. So the fact that we all, you know, sacrifice our body for one thing, and that's the win, you know, that's our connection. That's what we're built off of. And that's why we have 100 and something charges.
All right, we'll take another one from Cristo Saltas.
My dog.
Hey, Bam. Hey, Tyler. What a Kentucky connection right there. Well, I would like to ask you, both of you, how good this team can be until the end of the regular season, and those type of wins, what kind of confidence booster for you are those type of wins?
I feel like if Cal keeps being the floor general, you know, Tyler keeps being 6th man of the year, Jimmy keeps being MVP, and I keep being DPOY, I feel like this team has no ceiling, in my opinion. You know, we can be one of the best teams in this league when we're all clicking, we're all connected, and we're all playing together and having fun.
All right, guys, thank you.
Hope to see you more, Christos.
Black Lives Matter, people. DPOY and 6 man out.